Hey traders, so how do you improve your average risk reward? By improving your pain threshold. So if throughout this video, if you see me startle a little bit, that's because I accidentally bitten my tongue a few days ago. So yeah. So anyway, this video is mainly for you if you're someone who's been stuck having nothing more than 3R, or maybe if you look at your entire data, if you look at your performance, you realize, why can I not hit the home run? So in my definition, a home run is any trade that goes beyond 5R. You can have your own definition. So my average RR is about 3.5 for now, and my win rate usually falls between 40 to 50%. Sometimes it goes 55, sometimes it's 45, sometimes 65, depending on the seasonality, depending on the market condition. So, but let me first tell you all the outcome of you trying to achieve a higher RR and see if this is really a fit for you. When you're trying to improve your average risk reward, what will happen is you will tend to give back some profits and it's inevitable. Don't ever fantasize, how can I have an average RR of 5 or having an 80% win rate? Impossible. Because if that's the case, you might just become the most profitable traders in the world. When you're trying to improve your winner, whether if it's holding on to your winner longer or learning how to size aggressively into your win, you will always have to accept, have to embrace the fact that you will give back some losses. So give back some profits, sorry. So when I'm trying to hold through, again, if you look at my channel, days where I have 6 figures days, so anything beyond 50K, 100K, 200K, these are all days where I have to mentally remind myself to stick to my game plan and not to stare at my P&L or the chart, because they're completely useless. So there were days where I hit, let's say, 50K on a running position, but because my trade management approach has always been quite loose, that means I don't too easily micromanage my position. I don't trail my stops very tight. There were times where my position goes from 50K and it goes all the way back down to 10K. And I have to close the position and just 10K profit. So the 40K essentially vanished. Some of you might look at this and say, how can you accept that you're giving back so much profit? But there were also trades based on probability, based on uncertainty, that goes 50K, goes back to 10, then go all the way to 100. So the whole thing is this. Before you start thinking about how should I or not improve my risk reward, you should first ask yourself what kind of personality you are, and also what kind of approach are you heading towards. So if let's say you're someone who cannot accept, you totally cannot accept giving back too much profits, then I'll suggest you either have a conservative RR approach or a static TP approach. That means if let's say all the trades you target 2R, 2.5R, 3R, that's it for you. But if let's say you're someone who's looking to progress further as a full-time trader or as an elite trader, you're trying to break through whatever it could be. You're trying to break through a certain dollar amount of P&L, or if you're trying to break through certain lot size, you're trying to break through certain RR, then you must inevitably embrace giving back profits. And second thing is your win rate will always drop. So if let's say your current win rate is 70% with an average RR of 1.5, in order for you to go from average RR of 1.5 to 2.5 to 3 to 4, your win rate would drop quite drastically. So let's say win rate is 70%, it might drop to maybe 50%. Can you accept it? And just now inside our trade club, I just discussed an interesting topic, which is the fact that why most traders can't really hit their home run, they can't really hit bigger P&L, isn't really because they're not a good trader. No, please don't link them together. Just because you don't know how to hold on to a winner longer does not mean you're a bad trader. It could simply mean you're not prepared. So what I do to get myself prepared to hold on to a position longer is, there's a few elements. First one is I make sure I have a pre-market game plan. I make sure I have a pre-trade game plan. So before I take any of my position, all of them are well prepared. I know exactly what kind of scenarios that might happen. It goes back to scenario planning as well. And also, I know exactly what's my trade management model like. So if price goes back to previous swing high, what should I do? If price starts consolidating around my entry, what should I do? If price breaks previous swing low, swing high, or if it goes further in the parabolic mode, what should I do? I have every single thing sorted out within my trading plan. And that's why holding a position is no longer a painful process, because I have my process, my rules, my mechanical approach that assists me to do things, so that I don't have to rely on my pure instinct or gut feeling or emotion at worst. If you are constantly being overly, you should be reactive when it comes to entering a position, because we have to assess what's the entry signal like, what is there any sort of entry trigger, how's the price responding to our ideal POI, our point of interest. But when it comes to exiting a trade, you shouldn't be reactive. You should be well prepared. Because if you be reactive when it comes to trade management or closing a trade, that also means you are relying partly on your emotion. And that is something that I always ensure they don't happen. So yeah, go back to the title of the video. Now you'll truly understand why I always say a high pain threshold is very important amongst the top 1% traders. Is because, let's say for me, times where if you're holding 100 lots, 300 lots on a position, your P&L swing like F1, right? Your P&L swing like a race car. If let's say today you're trading smaller lot sizes, let it be micro lots, let it be single digit lot size, it gets a lot easier to mentally look at the P&L and say, hey, it's fine. But when you start going into the top 1% space, the elite space, where, for example, for me, I'm paying 10 to 15K a month just in commission or swaps. When you start paying that kind of figure in commission and swaps, you know your lot size is different. Most of the time it's minimum 100 lots or above. And it's a staircase process. So if you want to go from micro lots or mini lots to single digit lot size, to double digit lot size, to 3-digit lot size, while also embracing the uncertainty, the probability of the game, that is the ultimate testament of your experience and your skill set. So yeah, I wish all of you the very best, and I hope all of you learn something from the lesson. Make sure, if you have the time, whenever you have time, at night, in the morning, or at the weekend, spend some time, sit down, looking at your journal. Review your performance and see what can you improve from there. And don't ever look at your chart and say, oh, this position I closed too early, and then you skip. So what's the root of you closing too early? Was it because you don't have a pre-market game plan? Or was it because you don't have a proper trade management criteria, a trade management approach? Or was it because you are being fearful? There must always be some hidden root that's beneath what you know. As I say, you don't know what you don't know, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're looking for a serious trading community to join, feel free to join our trade club, as I always and we always welcome passionate traders, and wish you all the best. If you like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you in the next video. Bye bye.